Hello, everybody, and welcome back. This is Camden Long coming to you right now from the countryside in Thailand, and I have a very important message for everybody out there. So, back in 2017, I already started talking about this a little bit. I touched on it. And even this summer, I've touched on it a little bit in regards to the new policies that are going to be rolled out starting November 1st from the top down. So, starting November 1st, according to the recent regulations from the government in China, online English teachers will not be allowed to teach after 9 p.m. Beijing time. So, this is something that's going to affect a lot of online English teachers, of course. You're talking hundreds of dollars each month. That's going to be pretty much taken out of our hands. There's no way that we can do anything about this. The only thing that we can do is focus on the students that we have and focus on each lesson that we have, right? And also, this could be a pro, for the fact that there's a lot of teachers out there, and many teachers, often say, I don't have enough bookings, it's too saturated with teachers. Well, if you fall into the category where you haven't built up a lot of regular students, you might be able to in an easier way, because if classes stop at 9 p.m. Beijing time, which is 8 p.m. Thailand time, and very easily I can pick up that extra hour from 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. on Thailand time. I can even pick up classes from 9 to 9:30 p.m. Thailand time, which of course is very late in China. And I understand the rulings on this. First and foremost, it's the Chinese curriculum, and the students are there and they have to perform well on the tests, Chinese tests, math tests, and then of course when you go into the middle school, junior high, they got the Zhongkao, and of course in high school the college entrance examination, the Gaokao. So there's a lot of pressure on the students each and every day to compete and to keep their rankings high with the test scores, okay? And so if they are cramming their homework in and then trying to have these English lessons late at night, they're going to be tired, maybe low energy, and that's going to affect their performance and their possible test scores, in their Chinese school, right? So all that makes sense. All of that makes sense to me, and hopefully it should make sense to you. At the same time, what I'm trying to say is, if the student has more difficulty with booking some teachers, then they're going to have to go to new teachers in order to fill up that time, that 25 to 30 minutes, so their son or daughter can practice English, with an English speaker, right? So that way they can keep improving their English. So they're going to have to go to new teachers, or wait for that one teacher, consistently. Now, my scheduling has not been affected at all. I still have over 150 bookings at the moment. Saturday and Sunday, very, very busy. And even sometimes, even on the weekdays now, I'm getting some lessons at 4 p.m. Beijing time, 4:30 p.m. Beijing time, okay? And now I'm always able to get at least one, usually two, sometimes 3 lunch classes. So when I can get the 2 or 3 lunch classes, that will be able to substitute a lot from that loss from 9 to 10 p.m. Beijing time, okay? So here's another thing that you also need to be realizing is, throughout these videos that I'm making here, and when I'm talking about building leverage through social media, and you got to understand, English is the number one language in the world, right? Okay? And it's going to grow more and more and more every day. The demand is always increasing, right? But the facts are that the Chinese market has the highest demand for English teachers. Financial incentives, benefits, opportunities, support, because education is so important in China. So they're always looking for qualified teachers to teach English, whether that be at a school or, of course, online. And we don't know what's going to happen in the future. Now, as I said in the beginning of this video 2 years ago, I had kind of warned and forecasted what's about to come down the pipeline. So first, have to have a TEFL certificate to teach online. That's a given. You know, if I had an online company, of course that would make that a basic minimum requirement, right? Now, we don't know what's going to happen, when, if it ever happens. Nobody knows if they're going to put bachelor's degree regulations on online teaching companies. Okay? So that's also something that is kind of in the air right now. It's in the cloud, right? And if you're going to be losing already hundreds of dollars each month from the new time requirement, you know, of ending the classes at 9 p.m. Beijing time, well, you're going to have to find something to supplement your time and to supplement that financial loss. And I don't know what you're going to do, but my plan is that I'm going to be focusing a lot more on going to China. That's right. So in 2020, I'm already planning it right now to not only meet the team in Palfish, the Palfish team in Beijing, but also to be on the ball and be ready for what might possibly happen. As I'm reading this new book right here by Andrew Yang, The War on Normal People, it's an eye-opening book filled with statistics and facts and predictions about what very well can happen in the future and what's already happening now. If you look at a lot of jobs, whether it's retail, administration, management, there's so many, from truck driving, and in radiology, there's so many jobs out there that are slowly being replaced, even fast food service working, you know, manufacturing, all this stuff is being automated right now. So what's going to happen to online English teachers, you know, 5 years from now, 10 years from now, right? Are we going to be automated away to AI, to automated software where kids can just learn through software? Now, I have a feeling that as the world picks up with technology and automation, becomes more everyday life, and we're not even second thinking it, because we don't second think using our iPhone every day or our smartphone every day. We don't even think about it. We just, boom, log on, and that's a part of our everyday reality, constant, hour to hour, right? And that wasn't even available 15 years ago. So if you opening up, you know, your pocket phone and having a supercomputer in your pocket wasn't available, you know, 15 years ago to the scale that it is now, what kind of world do you think we're going to be living in 5, 10, 15 years? And the answer is nobody knows. But unless we get an asteroid or a meteor crash into Earth, technology is going to continue to advance. Companies will continue to automate away jobs to cut down costs, increase efficiency and effectiveness. And there's just no way you can run around that. That's a fact, it's a truth, and something that's a cold hard fact that you have to be realizing as we move forward into this brave new world, right? If you're teaching English at a school, that's great. If you're teaching English online, that's great. Now, if you're teaching English online, you are a bit more on the innovative edge, right? Because either you're teaching from your laptop or you're teaching from your mobile device, you know, like on Palfish, teaching on iPhone, teaching on the iPad. We are on mobile devices being financially paid each month online, which is, of course, a dream job. And it's something new, still relatively new, and its future, it looks like it's going to keep going up as the demand goes up, as more people are learning English in China. But the true question comes, what's going to happen to us as instructors, right? As you know, some of the new lessons have automated audio on the slides. You know, there's the songs, there's the music, But a lot of the dialogue sections now, they already have pre-recorded voices built into the lesson plan software. So 5% of the lesson, sometimes, it depends on which lesson, but the new stuff that's done, and the new lesson plans are great. The new lesson materials are great, you know. I'm not saying anything in a negative sense here. I'm bringing things to light that possibly you didn't think about before. And I want to be, you know, when we look back, I want to be correct on what's about to happen right now. Historically correct, as Gary Vee puts it. So my message, my precaution to everybody right now, if you have a family and you have kids, that's a big pill to swallow, right? You know, if you're going to be making hundreds of dollars less, and then what's going to happen to the future of your career, and how many hours you can acquire each week, each month, and then how much are you going to make each year and each month, right? How, you know, if you have a family to feed, if you're traveling around and you think this life is just so easy and that online teaching is going to be so easy like this all the time, well, it's great, but you can't have this mindset, this fantasy that something is always going to be around, because nothing stays the same. This world is constant evolution. This market is constant evolution in TEFL and e-learning for English. So you've got to be thinking ahead of the curve. You've got to be preparing yourself and advancing your career, your business into the right direction. And so what I'm saying is, no matter who you are, where you are, or what your current environment is, your current family situation is, your personal life, you know, when I was talking about this in the summer of 2017 on some of my videos, I didn't listen to my own advice. Well, I had to buy a new car. That was a given. That was a big upfront down payment, and then each month. But I don't have regrets in that, because the car is amazing. It's convenient. I can go where I need to. And living out here in the countryside, it would just not be possible without having a vehicle, bottom line. You know, and then a lot of stuff about non-immigrant O visa, you know, paying for that, and then the trips to Laos and things of that nature. All that stuff adds up. And then, of course, my super expensive food bill each month, which was over $1,000. I know it's hard to believe in Thailand, but yes, I would spend over $1,000 on food and drinks each month while I was living in Chiang Mai. And that price is significantly cut because I'm not going out to restaurants. Okay, I would go out to the best organic restaurant in Chiang Mai, Okaju, and some other places during the day, and also finish up getting out of credit card debt. So I had a lot of expenses, and then also a lot of malinvestments, right? And what I'm realizing now is that saving money and investing money are the two most important things you need to be doing. So again, whether you have a family or you're traveling around right now, you've got to be really serious. Keep enjoying what you're doing, because, you know, number one, the new requirement doesn't come out until November 1st with the decrease of hours that you can teach through the day. But if this is happening right now in November in 2019, what about 2020, 2021, 2022? So there's a lot of things that you need to be keeping up with, and you need to be constantly improving yourself. I'm going to buy some new earphones for the iPad Pro. I'm going to be purchasing a microphone so that when I'm making these videos, my audio quality is better. The camera is okay right now because I just bought the iPad Pro, and I'm also going to buy a greenhouse here outside the house. So then my fruits and vegetables are taken care of, and I don't have to buy fruits and vegetables anymore. We already have herbs out here. Only thing I have to buy is, you know, eggs, meat, poultry, fish, seafood. But as far as right now, herbs, we have herbs growing all around right now. And things like black pepper, having 3 black pepper plants. It may sound silly, but you have to be thinking about self-sufficiency in times like this, because what's happening right now is the big tech companies of the world, they are not only monopolizing situations, but, you know, look at companies like Amazon, Facebook, Google. These companies have so much power in the world right now, and we're always on their apps, you know? So what's happening to the middle class? What's happening to people's jobs? Well, they're disappearing. And yeah, of course, with new technology will also come new innovation and new jobs. But for the most part, just from understanding the things in this book that have happened and are happening right now, automation is something that nobody can run away from. So you have got to start applying yourself not only in the lesson, but you got to get out there on social media and start producing content. Because if you don't, as Gary Vee says, you will become irrelevant in today's world and tomorrow. If you are not uploading content every single day on some type of social media platform, slowly but surely, you're becoming irrelevant to society. Now, myself, yes, I have over 6,000 subscribers. Yes, I want to get over 10,000, 30,000, 50,000, 100,000. I would love to break 1 million subscribers. Who knows when that will happen? But for example, if I could make $3,000 here on the YouTube channel by continuing to upload high quality content that brings value to people's lives, my name, my brand becomes more relevant with the online teaching market, with the teaching market, ESL market, and anything involved with teaching and English language learning. I can't tell you how many emails I've gotten from people who want to do affiliate marketing with me, put me on their blog, and just, part-time incentives or, stuff like that. A lot of things are gimmicks and scams that I get through my email. But I've been very surprised recently this summer by the emails and the messages that I get from people, to advance my career, to take the next step to higher and better opportunities. So I know I'm going a lot on this video. It's a pretty long video, but I personally feel that I need to get this video out because you out there need to know that you got to take control of your life. And I don't know how else to put that because, I've been so focused on having a family of my own and it didn't work out with the IVF. And that's just not God's plan right now. So I can't focus on having a family. And if you do, it's a huge responsibility. And who knows, if you don't have money to feed the kids and you don't have a good supplying income, because if you go from teaching online, you're making 3,000, 4,000, or even 2,000, or even 1,000 a month, doesn't matter. If you're breaking over $1,000 a month, then all of a sudden you don't have that money coming in. What are you going to do? And there's already no benefits, with independent contracting. So there's a lot of things that are going on right now, and nobody knows exactly what's going to happen in the future. But I put out this video right now to you to lay out a few concepts, to lay out a few ground rules and things that you need to be thinking about for your future. Save the money, invest the money into projects and programs that are passionate and have purpose in your life. If you look, happiness is going to be the future currency. Kindness and happiness. People right now are, I don't want to say begging, but they are thirsty for, of course, negativity and fear propaganda. It consumes a lot of our society. But then at the same time, there's a huge need for people who are out there putting out content like this. There's a huge need for it. And you need to get out there and be the first one to do it. Because if you don't, this future world is going to pass you by. It's going to leave you behind. And it's not easy to swallow all that. So I'm going to enjoy my night. I got the seriousness out today, and I don't care what people's opinions are about me. I don't care what people have to say about this video. If I go 19 minutes or 20 minutes, or if someone's not interested in what I have to say in this video, that's okay, because if I have the opportunity to make an impact on one person who hears what I'm saying and then goes out tomorrow and does something new with their life, takes more opportunity into their career, goes out on social media and starts their own campaign, that's a big change for somebody that I'm willing to take the time to invest in, because I'm investing my time, I'm investing my energy with this YouTube channel, because I truly love to help people. And I'm going to leave everybody off with a special quote. A quote that I found on LinkedIn today. It's a really great one. So it's by Vani Kola, and it says, humble leaders usually have a sense of community as their purpose. So again, humble leaders usually have a sense of community as their purpose. Their existence is not driven only by success or profits, but by something deeper. So when I make these videos about how to meet your financial goals, how much money can you make? How much money do I make? How to make a lot of money teaching English online. There's tons of my videos about that. And those are the most viewed videos because, money's not going to solve everything, but definitely can help you out in not only emergency situations, but investing into your future, your current level of happiness, your quality of life. And that's just a fact. The more money you have, if you're just going to blow it and waste it and go in debt, then it's going to get you into trouble. But if you have balance, self-control, self-will, willpower, then you can put that money to good use. So remember that. I'm driven by something that's deeper than the financial benefit or the idea of success. I'm driven by creating value for all the teachers out there and soon to be teachers out there who are, doing this online teaching thing, because it's a brand new world and people are teaching English online, getting messages from people all the time, I'm going here, I'm going there. It's wonderful. So thank you all for the support on this YouTube channel. I really gratefully appreciate it. If you have any questions, let me know in the comment section below. Let me know what your thoughts are about this. What do you think will happen in the future to online teaching? Do you think our jobs will be automated and there will only be a handful left of online teachers to conduct the primary classes? Or is everything going to stay the same for the next 3 to 5 years? What is your thought? What is your opinion? Let me know in the comment section below. Have a great day. Stay positive and constantly be living in your own state of your vision. What you want your life to be 5, 10, 15, 20 years from now. Keep dreaming, keep taking action, and get in the game. Have a good day.